Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Purpose in the Youth podcast with your favorite bearded man, the one, the only, Bobbbaaaay. Today, I'm here to share some very exciting news. Earlier this week, I announced 2 new services that I'm now offering to people out there. It's kind of crazy to even think about offering services. What? I mean, it wasn't long ago. I just had this idea to start a podcast, and I've really began to realize the potential of what Purpose in the Youth can become and will become. It's not going to just be a podcast platform, but I almost look at it as like a media platform that we're going to continue to put out our own content, but as well as be able to go out and help brands tell their stories. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I know I posted it out. I put it on our website, purposeintheyouth.com/services. And there's 2 things I wanted to get into today. So if you're not even interested in any type of services, this might not be the podcast for you. This is one of the very few podcasts that I kind of just want to deep dive into what this is all about. And maybe you can get some insight for brand storytelling or just kind of what Bobbbaaaay has going on in his life today. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to spend the first half of this pod talking about the brand storytelling, and then I'm going to spend the second half talking about the podcast consulting. If you're watching or listening, I will have on the bottom the time markers for where we're talking about one or the other. So if you're only interested in one of them, you can skip ahead, or if you only want to listen to a certain part, you can just listen through from this point forward. So going into the brand storytelling. First, I want to give a quick shout out to Reese Hopper. He has been a huge help in helping make this kind of happen. A couple weeks ago, I had reached, actually, this is like 2 months ago. He's previously on the podcast. He was episode 97. No longer is it more? What? I forget what the name of it is. No longer is it 1 in a million. He does a lot of brand management for that one blonde kid, Jeremiah Davis. And so I had hit him up kind of looking to expand the brand and expand Purpose in the Youth to more than just this podcast platform. How can we take this to the masses and help other people tell their story? And so he's been a huge help to finally formalizing and packaging this and offering it to the public. So shout out to Reese. Check out his podcast if you have not yet already. And so we've kind of developed 2 different things. So to go into the brand storytelling, you have a lot of content creators in this world today. You could hire that they'll come in, they'll create the content for you. They'll create, if you sell these hard drives, they'll come in and they'll make a crazy video showcasing how they use this hard drive. Maybe they're in an airport, or maybe they are working in their studio like me and I'm just showcasing the actual hard drive. It's great. There's a lot of content creators you can hire that are going to be able to create you some amazing content. The brand storytelling is a little bit different. What I'm focusing on is deep diving into the story behind the founders or the people that really make the business run. There's, like I said, there's tons of people you can hire to tell this story or to show the product or service, but I don't really see a lot of content creators focusing on the story of the brand and kind of going to these brands and helping them tell their story. And so I want to be a pioneer. Bobbbaaaay wants to be a pioneer. And if you're listening and you want to take what I'm doing and try to replicate it, do it. Because you're not going to be the bearded man. You ain't stopping this. You ain't stopping greatness. And so storytelling is super important, right? Like, I always think it comes back to why. I think that is super important. Why people do what they do. Why I started this podcast. It was so long ago, but it still stems back to me trying to find that passion, trying to find that purpose. And so I started the podcast looking for it. Everything in this world, it always stems back to why. And that's what I want to focus on for these brands, is going into their locations and really sitting down with the founders and understanding not only why this business is in operation, but the founders, why did they start this in the first place? Like, let's go back to your childhood. Let's try to paint this picture of why you are who you are and try to paint this Picasso of how you've gotten to where you are today. And so that's going to be me going to these brands, sitting down with you guys and gals, and really deep diving into it. I've had a lot of experience. I've worked with brands such as, Blake Pinsker of Movement, Drama of Young and Reckless, Robbie Page of Tenzo T, Parker Burr of Feet Socks. I've sat down with a lot of brands, and I've I'm not here to tell you I'm the best in the world, but I've definitely figured out how to tell the story of a brand. And so now it's time to take this and bring it to brands and give them deliverables that they can use on their social media content. This is going to be high quality content. This is not going to be inside of my studio. I'm going to be going out to these brands and making the content for them inside of wherever they work. It's going to be high quality. I'm going to have a team of people, audio production, the whole shebang. It's going to be this is a real deal thing. Okay. I want people to understand this is not, we're just going to some Joe Schmo right down the street and just going into their local shop. This is people that really value content. If you value content, you understand how important it is in this world. And so you have to invest in yourself, right? You want the best content to showcase what you have to offer. And I want to be that guy that comes in and helps people tell that story. So to kind of go into, a little bit of the details, obviously I've been doing podcasting for 2+ years. I've had over 100+ episodes, a couple group episodes, a couple solo podcasts. I've really figured out how to navigate a conversation. Still so much a work in progress, but I think I've gotten much better at it since when I started. And so going into this whole brand storytelling, there's going to be pretty much 4 main focus points for this. First off is going to be a full video. This is going to be the interview type video, right? Where we go into the workspace of wherever this person works, the brand, and we're going to sit down, set up shop wherever you are located, and we're going to have an interview. It's going to be not a full length like a podcast, hour and a half, possible 2 hours. It's really going to be like a 20 to 30 minute interview style, and we're going to hit the main points, but we're going to paint that Picasso. We're really going to touch on everything that's led up to where this brand is today and really try to get people to see more than just this product. We want people to see the product, and we also want people to be like, oh, that's Ricky who started this brand because he's loved computers since he was 12 years young, where he grew up in Massachusetts. Like, we want people to see more than just a brand and a logo. We want them to see a purpose behind it. And so that's going to be a 20 to 30 minute video where we sit down, have a great conversation, and really deep dive into the founders or the people that are operating this business. On top of that, secondly, it's going to be a brand video. This is going to be more of like your 2 to 3 minute video. This is going to be great for like maybe, the first click in for a website, or if people are they're trying to reach out to X, Y, and Z company and they're trying to build relationships. This is like a trailer that we're going to take that interview, that 20 to 30 minute interview. We're going to take some really great clips, and then we're going to shoot some content while we're actually at the location for whatever your brand is, and we're going to combine it. And so it's going to become this trailer that's really going to focus on your story. We're going to show, some B-roll of you working in the office, or, whatever the creative space might be, and really just make this like a trailer that people want to learn more about you and the brand. And that's, like I said, that's going to stem from that 20, 30 minute video. That's going to be more of a shorter form, 2 to 3 minutes, high quality content, visually great. It's going to be aesthetic. Everything's going to look great. The voice, it's going to pull people in. It's going to be some really great stuff. So thirdly, then we're going to get into social media clips. It's going to be about 10 to 12 clips. Once again, that's going to be pulling from everything that we've already created. So it's not like we're shooting all these different things. Content is about shooting one big thing and cutting it up into a million different pieces. That's the world we live in today. You could shoot one thing and find a million different micro pieces of content to make out of it, and that's the whole purpose. We want to come in and make this the most efficient, fastest manner possible. We're not there to take up somebody's entire day. If we can get in and out within like 3, maybe 4 hours at the very, very most, maybe even cut it down to 2 to 3, that would be great. But then we're going to make the social media clips. These are going to be from that full video and the brand video. These are going to be custom for your social media, depending on your brand and what your focus point is. We'll make sure to make specific clips based on what you would like to have in your feed. And so these are going to be great pieces of content to incorporate into your brand feed. once again, you might be selling this hard drive, but maybe every 6 posts you want to incorporate a little bit more about the story behind the brand. That's what this is going to be for. And, it's not like these are going to be types of videos that once you use it, that's it. You can recycle the content. As you grow, people might not have seen that content, so maybe 6 weeks, 8 weeks later, you throw that same video back into the feed and you always refresh people on the why we are operating today. No matter the success, no matter the ups and the downs, the reason of why we are doing what we are doing, this is it. And so you end up being able to reuse this content. And then lastly is going to be the distribution partner. That's going to be taking your brand video, so the main, your brand video, and sharing that through Purpose in the Youth podcast, the platform I've built, and reach out to the go-getters. These are the young hustlers of the world today that are on the come up. They're trying to find their passion. Maybe they've already found it. Young creatives, entrepreneurs, fashion designers, all these different types of people. And so you're going to be able to tap into this network that already values social media content, that already listens to podcasts, that is always looking to learn more about anything, really. It's a really open platform. And so it's going to tap into that network and hopefully bring the brand awareness to even more. So like I said, this whole brand storytelling, this is not going to be, pricing is going to, the big thing is pricing. You're going to have to email us so we can lay out the pricing and everything for more details. Obviously, there is a lot of communication that has to go in between to really figure out what works best. But I'll tell you right now, it doesn't matter where you are in this world. If the budget is right, we will come to you. We will make this happen. This is going to be some high quality content. I want people to understand that this is not, we're just going to the little mom and pop shop and we're just, making some free content. This is going to be some some higher budget type video production. This is going to be a team of people. This is going to be some really, really big stuff, and I'm super excited. It's really just helping take Purpose in the Youth to another level. And not only is it following the line of stuff that I already like doing, making content, storytelling, but it's also helping brands tell that story. People are starting to realize the value of social media. And so instead of spending X amount of dollars on a commercial or putting up a billboard, we're going to be able to give you deliverables that you can reuse and post on the internet and really try to pull in your audience. And so I'm excited. I'm really fired up. This is going to be a work in progress. I've learned a lot in the last 2 years. I still have so much to learn, but I think I have the capability of creating some great stuff for your brand. And so if you're interested, you can shoot me an email, Bobby@purposeintheyouth.com, and just let me know, hey, Bobby, I'm interested in brand storytelling. What's the next step? And from there, we'll funnel you in. We'll walk you through this entire process and answer any questions, lay it all out for you to really see if this is something that is worth your time or your resources, your money. But I will tell you this, you will not be disappointed. I will not co-sign something that I don't truly believe in. And I'm really excited to really take this to the masses and really elevate everything. So if you're a brand and you're looking to tell your story and you need somebody to do it, call Bobbbaaaay, the bearded man. Bobbbaaaay. Send me an email, Bobby@purposeintheyouth.com, and we'll get into it today.